What are the repercussions if you set up a tent and you profess to be a pastor? I mean, what's going to happen to somebody like that?
The amendments we're looking at.
Yeah.
There will be it will be a criminal offense.
Excellent.
And you will be charged criminally for doing that. Just like a doctor, if you've been struck off the roll or if you're not registered, you can't just wake up and be a doctor. There are systems. So
let's say I am on that register and I go to Rama Church and I see the light and I start doing the work of God and I change and I am this model citizen. What then happens to me when I have a calling to serve in the children's ministry? Are you going to come to me and say, I cannot do that which I believe God has called me to do because there's some register where my name is?
we'll definitely do that. Irrespective of your calling, we are a danger to society. Let's educate our people that no one talks to God. Let's just put it as bluntly as all that.
We are having a march on the 8th, and the march is clear. We are calling for the removal of the chairperson of CRR Commission, Kalova, because she has insulted and blasphemed against the church, telling us that we can't hear from God.
The video I'm about to show you is of our brother Kevin. Most of you will remember him on the video that goes before this one. His video will be on the description link for you to actually follow him on TikTok or to see more. Now, our brother Kevin went to Rama. Rama had this meeting on the 2nd of October this month, the CRL meeting. So there's some suspicion of secrecy. Everything that has been done is unconstitutional in many ways. Remember that the duty of the CRL is actually to promote and protect our religious right. The CRL being cultural, religious, and linguistic communities. Now, that right is being violated before us. And remember that their mandate is actually to strengthen our constitutional democracy. So our constitutional democracy is violated at the moment. So Brother Kevin did something spectacular, guys. We have to applaud him on this thing. So I want you to share the video, show as many people as possible, and please awaken them. This thing is very serious. So Brother Kevin actually went with two other brothers in the Lord. One in particular is actually a counselor on the Israel. So they went to Rama. So during this time when the meeting was made by the CRL, apparently there's a committee that is selected which is called Section 22. That entails about 11 people, members in it. This it's going to be the people that will be leading this thing, and then the chairperson is Musaqulu. I'm going to be talking about him shortly. So our brothers went there, and according to our democratic right, this actually is meant to represent churches. It's set to be that, right? Now, you will see in the video that when they went to Rama, they actually wanted to be part of the meeting. You'll realize there was a detailed security around the premises, and then it was guarding the place. They actually escorted them out, and then they were not smiling, guys. So I want you to actually see that video. You'll realize that this is really a serious thing. So I'm going to actually put that video. Now, before I say that, I spoke concerning this Section 22. It is interesting that the Section 22 that came up, okay, so apparently it's apparent with Pastor Joshua, which is the son of the late Pastor Reme Kohli of Rama Baba Church, is actually part of this CRL. Now, that may not be a big deal, but this is the one thing that I want to show you. So the chairing person of this, it's Professor Musaqulu. So I kind of did some, background check of him and then kind of listened to some few videos. We know that it's actually chairperson of the CRL by Miss Mkhwanazi. We know what it's actually chaired by Miss Mkhwanazi Xaluva, and we have actually heard her speak. No one can actually speak to God. It's interesting. They are making her represent the church, a person who's actually biased, a person that went out to blaspheme us and our belief, to blaspheme our faith, because the center of Christianity is that we actually believe in a living God. I reached out to our brother Kevin. I'm also going to link that video, or maybe his channel, TikTok channel. I'm going to link it on the description of this video.
Over there, it's Tambu. Tambu, can I say who you are?
Hey, hi, how you doing there?
My name is Tambo Mukwena. I'm a counsellor. I'm also a child of God in Ekurhuleni. Yeah, we are here. We are here to make a difference. It has been too long that things have been done, that we're not being kept informed. Now that the last one is here, we are here to make a force to be reckoned with the community. We thank you that the Lord is on our side. We will do it. We will win. All right, and Tambo, he represents the ACDP. So Tambo has also told me that Reverend Kenneth Meshu is inside the hall. So at least we've got somebody that can debate these guys for us. And then next to Tambo, who have I got on with me?
I'm Dr. Masukwane, right from Bloemfontein, from the Imbize Yesizwe Ministers Fraternal. Hey, this is the battle that we've been fighting, guys, but praise God. We are so fortunate and very happy that there are people inside there that will be vocal for the church. Hence, really, this was a strategic meeting. If you can be here literally, physically, and see the nature and the kind of the people that are invited in order to form this kind of the launch of today. Grannies, pensioners, relevant people were not even invited here.
Guys, we need to go back to our communities and we need to get the pastors together.
Yes.
Because I've spoken to the organizer as well, because I wanted to know why the public cannot be involved in the decision making of today, because they're literally launching this committee today. And he told me that they are going to launch it today and they will be visiting every church in the country. So if these guys contact you, resistance is the only way. Tambo, do you agree with me? 100%. All right. Do you agree with me, Doctor?
For sure, 100%.
All right. So resistance is what we need here, guys. We need Christians with backbone. All right. The guys over here, let's walk with the police. I bet you they got the police to come here. I don't want to get Tambo into trouble. He's a parliamentarian. So, guys, we weren't allowed into the meeting, because we weren't invited. No, he was I think he was in Israel.
Are you guys?
All right, and you?
Good. Are you guys here for the CRL?
Yeah, well, they don't want us to go in because we weren't invited.
Sure. You're also not allowed to stream and do all of that stuff here. If you're not invited, you're not supposed to be here.
So, my problem is a handful of people are going to make a decision for the whole church.
Yes, because this is our
it doesn't
church.
work that way.
This is our church. So this is private property. You
Okay, so it's your church.
You
Okay, great.
No.
Okay.
This is private property.
Let's not engage.
You do know that.
Let's say what do they say. Let's not engage.
Aye.
It's not going to help us anything. Let's
So
say
if you're not in this thing and you're not by, we're gonna ask you to leave, please. So we obviously we can do this nice, which we're asking you nicely.
All right, now we'll leave. It's not a problem.
Please.
But obviously, we do also have a say.
Yeah,
People
but I'm
can't
saying
make us,
you are on
and
private property.
we'll go and say it outside then.
You can
But
go
that's
say it
fine.
anywhere else you want, but you're on private property.
Okay, no, then it's all right. Then I know exactly where we stand.
Thank you.
All right, thanks
You've made
very
your views very clear.
And
where you
you've,
stand.
yeah.
So please.
All right.
ask you to
So
leave.
no, 100%.
if you're not registered, you're not going to get in. Even yesterday, when some people were trying to get registered, they were told that no, they are dealing with media and all those things. But the number that they've given for you to apply on it for the registration, it was the one giving problem.
The group that is selected, which is 11, one of them is actually Professor Musatulu. So remember, most of you, that there's a new law that has been passed where now a man can actually be married into his wife's surname. Now, this is a real situation because since we know Christianity, one of the things that we stand by, it is the fundamental structure of family. We believe in a very strict and biblical foundation of family and marriage. Now, the state is actually compromising a lot of this. Imagine if the state now gets to put its hands into our doctrine and they tell us what to teach, and then they regulate and tell us we have to actually bypass our sermons via them, and then they tell us, look, you can preach this or that. Now, the interesting part is this. Professor Musaqulu was actually interviewed during this thing after the law was passed that men can actually take their wife's surname, which is something that is unbiblical. It's not scriptural at all. And it's interesting that he is the one person, I'm going to make that video, going to see where he actually made a statement. He is agreeing with the state. So it seems as though the person who's going to be made to do the peer regulation, it's called the peer because they are seemingly part of religion, reverend is called, Professor Xulu. He is actually an expert when it comes to culture and all. He actually is in support of this new law. I want you to see this video shortly. It's just a few seconds.
I think the Constitutional Court was correct to say that this thing of forcing everyone to assume the surname of the husband, one, it deprives them of their choices.
You're essentially saying that the role of a surname evolves within the framework of modern constitutional rights. Is that where you're getting to?
Yeah, it's a new era.
This is interesting that the person that is actually going to be chairing the peer regulation system is actually a person that has a stance of compromise. We know what is called a reverend. I don't even know he's a reverend in what, but we already see what the person who is standing to actually represent us is a person that does not have a biblical backbone, is a person of compromise that actually stands by anything that the government actually gets to support, which is not biblical. So this poses a great challenge. You can think of the compromise they will want us to actually cave in terms of many biblical issues, because even the sacredness of marriage now is at risk because of this. There's a lot that he actually wants to share with us. So we have actually scheduled a live on Thursday, this coming Thursday at around 20:30, which is 8:30 p.m. this coming Thursday. Yes, not Wednesday, Thursday. So he is going to actually, I'm going to be asking him a lot of stuff because he's actually also going around, with a lot of information and research so that he comes up with something that is robust and fully well researched. So we're going to be having a live with him this following Thursday.